David Wyman joins us this morning to talk about Ethan's rodeo. This is Ethan's dad, and this has been around. This is the 7th year for the rodeo.
That's correct.
So first of all, tell us about the rodeo, when and where it is.
The rodeo is this Saturday and Sunday at the Adams County Fairgrounds. Friday afternoon, we open the gates at 5 o'clock, and the rodeo starts at 7:30. So, people have time to come out, grab something to eat, get something to drink, and then find their seats before the rodeo kicks off at 7:30. After the rodeo, Friday night, we have a band called Sequoia Drive that will play till about midnight. And Saturday afternoon, we start everything a little bit earlier at 4. We have a lot of just kind of fun family activities, kids games, a petting zoo, pony rides. We have a mounted shooting contest, and we've got a band called the Stew Boys that'll play from about 4 to 7. And the rodeo will start again at 7:30 that night, and we'll have Sequoia Drive back until the end of the rodeo that night.
Okay.
So.
And now for people who don't know, Ethan was your son, or who don't know what he suffered from, just to kind of explain what that was for some people who may be hearing about this for the first time.
Okay. Ethan was my oldest son, and he, I'm trying to think of,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, and he fought it for 2 years and passed away right before his 5th birthday. Neuroblastoma is a childhood cancer that's responsible for about 15% of all childhood cancer deaths, and he was unfortunately part of that statistic. But somehow over the course of him spending a lot of time in the hospital and watching a lot of movies to pass the time, he watched enough cowboy movies that he decided that he was one, and got a horse through Make-A-Wish, and always dressed like a cowboy every day, and just that was who he was. And after he passed away, my wife Alicia and I talked about what we could do to raise money to help other kids that were going to get this disease in the future, and we wanted to do something to raise money specifically for research of better drugs. And on the way back from a rodeo that somebody invited us to go to a few months after he passed away, my wife turned and looked at me and said, "We need to have a rodeo." And it was a little bit of a process figuring it out, but
Sure.
That's where Ethan's rodeo came from.
And when stuff like this happens to families around the tri-states, I mean, if there's a silver lining in such a sad situation, it's that the community comes together and rallies around these families. And so Ethan's rodeo, this legacy of your little boy, just lives on and on because people can come out and enjoy time with their family and then help with those research dollars for neuroblastoma.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So again, it is this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Correct.
And it's at the Adams County Fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. Where can we get more information? Do you guys have a Facebook page, website?
We've got a website that is ethansrodeo.com, and we're also on Facebook and Twitter. They can go to the website, buy tickets, buy shirts, get the times for everything, and we've also got most of that information on Facebook as well.
All right. David, thanks so much for coming in and for sharing your story of Ethan.
Thank you for
so
having
much,
me.
and we hope to have a big turnout for you guys as well.